everyone, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Carl.
And this is Flying Flosky.
And we can you and me together. And we can you and me forever.
Hello and welcome aboard the Windstar Pride. It is 10 to 7 in the morning, which makes it the perfect time to do a ship tour. This is our second time on the Windstar Pride, this gorgeous sailing yacht, I suppose. It's like a mini cruise ship. It holds 312 passengers. It used to hold around 200, but they split it, inserted a part in the middle, and now we have the ship we have today. It is very, very hard to spot the join. I think we found it last time, but we've totally forgotten, so we'll have to try again later. Currently, I'm up on deck 8, right at the front of the ship. So let's go. This is the Yacht Club, which is a great place to come play some board games. They've got quite a nice large selection, and they've got some puzzles as well, which is kind of a communal project. A lot of people just come in here to sit and relax, have a read, have a chill, and as you can probably tell, before the veranda opens for breakfast, it's where you can come and get an early morning coffee or a nibble. Good morning. One of my favourite parts in here are these map windows, which I am aware I cannot afford, but I would really like in our house. Heading back from the Yacht Club, we come through this small lobby and out into the Star Bar and Star Grill. It is very early in the morning, so everyone's still cleaning for the day. So this is it first thing in the morning before it's open, and this is what it looks like in the day. This is a semi-alfresco dining area and bar. Couldn't really talk in there because they were playing music already. And here we come out to the sun deck. So later on this is going to be lined with sun lounges, and there are 4 of these pods. Here is a very funky mural that I enjoy very much, and it is the backdrop for the flag raising that we have every sail away, just here. The back of the ship it's nice for views. It's not a particularly chill place to hang out, as obviously you do have the engine noise. But if this is the only place that you're going to get some sun, as it was a couple of times when we were going through the Canary Islands, it makes a perfectly fine sun deck. And it is the best place to watch the wake, unless you are eating in veranda for breakfast or lunch, or candles as it turns into for dinner. But more about that later. This is the top of the famous spiral staircase, which you can only just see from here. There are 2 ways onto the pool deck from up here on level 8, First is a couple of steps just over there, and the next comes down here by the hot tub and the pool. We've had quite a rocky night, so I'm quite surprised that they have water in, but very happy because it is going to be a very chill day. Today we're going to be docking up in the San Blas Islands here in Panama. So I think some people will be getting off to see the island, some people are just going to be chilling here on the sun deck. So as you can see, we have a hot tub, a small pool, and some more sun deck. During one evening every cruise, this whole place gets full of chairs and food, and we have a deck barbecue. Ours was amazing. We had some really great food, and then they brought in some Afro-Caribbean dancers who, they really brought the party. We had some traditional Colombian dances, some more, modern, his 1950s modern dances, and then an amazing African dance, all based around the movement of fish. I cannot remember what it was called, but it was so much fun. Heading around the pool, you can see the lifeboats, also used as tenders, I believe, sometimes. And the most magnificent showers with a rainfall head, and just like in the room, beautiful L'Occitane products. Heading towards the back on the port side, you can head straight into Veranda. This is the buffet and a la carte that is open for breakfast and lunch. It's just opened. We're 7 minutes into breakfast. This is our favourite spot to sit, down on the sides, if it's a bit blowy or a bit rocky outside. Every breakfast you're going to find some breakfast cocktails and like mocktails, and some a la carte options to pick from. They do also have proper coffee. If you like kind of a European start to your day with a bit of salad, nuts, granola, you're going to find it down at the front of the restaurant, along with some fresh fruit and yogurt. Got a nice selection of sweetbreads and pastries. Ooh, that one looks particularly good today. You've got a selection of juices, smoothies, cheese and proteins for your continental breakfast. Carl is very happy as they have cereal, and he does love a cereal starter on his breakfast. Hot options, we've got some potatoes, usually kind of sausage and bacon bits like that. Biscuits and gravy, how very American. There's plenty of toasty options. Apparently this toaster is very good, but very fierce. If you want an omelette, just ask these kind people and they will whip you one up with a selection of toppings. Some pretty standard, some a lot more exciting. Here we are, here's the rest of the breakfast buffet with your more standard offerings, I would say. Although, there's a few types of eggs, which is very exciting. The nice thing about the veranda is, as well as those two side areas, there's a large space in here in the air conditioning, or you can grab your plate and head outside for a most marvellous view of, well, the port if you're in port, or the wake if you're not. So as I said, this is open for breakfast and for lunch, and then in the evening they turn it around into one of their specialty restaurants called Handles, and there you're going to find lots of steak options and fish options. It's everything that's a little bit special. Now if you remember that window from upstairs, this is the staircase it connects to. This runs all the way down to deck 3 from deck 7. It's quite magnificent. Just look at these brass railings that run all the way down. We have to polish them every day. I don't think I would have the patience. Okay, waving goodbye to the veranda. We're going to head down this staircase and to another of the specialty restaurants. As you can tell, nothing's too far of a walk. This is Quadro 44. This is a kind of a Spanish tapas-inspired concept. I believe they're actually going to be changing these soon, so I'm very glad to have had another chance to try it. Can we sneak in? I think we can. As you can tell, they are big on Spanish wine. Last time we dined here, we were right here on the counter. And you might not be able to tell right now as the shutters are down, but the chefs are right there. So we watched them preparing our octopus. And oh yummy! It was so beautiful. They cooked it absolutely perfectly. And let's be real, it's one of the octopi I've thought about ever since. It's somewhere between cozy and minimalist in here. I'm sort of hoping that we get to dine in this side area when we do dine here, which is going to be our last night on board, just to have a bit of a different experience. But if you are only coming once, then actually it's really fun to watch the chefs. Heading back around and you come to the Star Boutique, which is the shop on board. Let's be real. This is not a cheap spot to do your shopping. But if you do want some pricier items and want to benefit from that duty-free price, this is a great spot. And of course, they have plenty of official Windstar merchandise. The swimming costumes I bought with me are both a bit small for me apparently now. So I popped into the Star Boutique yesterday to have a look at their swimwear. It's $120. And though I do not doubt that everything they have in there is excellent quality, I don't have $120 to be spending on a swimming costume. At the back of deck number 6 is Compass Rose. This is a cocktail bar cum lounge. And in the daytime, you're going to find trivia, maybe a few talks in here. We did a cocktail making class. And in the evening, it's the cocktail bar, of course. You're going to get some cocktail hour music just before dinner. And then lots more music, lots of dancing in the evening. They serve the entire drinks menu down here, but obviously it's very early in the morning, so it's still shut. These rooms are just like mine on deck 5, and if you want to see a room tour, it's already up. Heading forward from the pool deck, you're going to come through these doors and into the health and fitness area. They do have a studio space where I believe they do a lot of medical talks and some yoga in about 8 minutes. This chap is taking the motion studio very seriously. On the other side is the fitness center. Considering there are 300 people on the ship and probably 5% will use it, I think it's pretty well equipped. We came in here the other day just to get our steps up, so yes, I was walking on the running machine in jellies. Depending on what machine you pick, you'll have a view of the pool or of the ocean. We did bring gym gear. We've entirely failed to use it thus far. Further into the World Spa, you come to the spa area. So here's where you're going to come if you want any treatments. They have things like hair, nails, beauty. And then actually on this sailing, they've just hired an acupuncturist. The staff here are really lovely. They are as gently soft-spoken as you need them to be in a spa. And the very, very nice thing about the spa here on the Windstar Pride is that the thermal area is included. I've been a bit cheeky, they are doing some maintenance, but I just wanted to come in here and film with no one in here. So these are heated beds, which are great for circulation, are great for relaxation, and you all know I'm a lizard, so anything that's going to warm up my bum is a good thing. There's 4 of them, so you can usually find one to grab. This is a shower with all kinds of different shower experiences available. Most of them get you wet. There's a small sauna. Room for about 4 people comfortably, I'd say. And then the steam room is clearly what they're working on right now. Again, I think you can get maybe 3 or 4 people. 3 if you don't know them, 4 if you do. Water machine. This is the ladies' changing room, where you've got some available lockers. You just use your room key, plenty of towels, and a shower and a toilet. So unlike with a lot of cruise lines where you have to get like a spa pass, or you can only use it once per sailing with a time limit, this is available. It's open nearly all day, every day, up until like 9 or 10 at night. Just turn up, bring your rope from your room, and they've got everything else sorted. Heading outdoors onto the port side and heading forward, you're going to find the entrance to the bridge. Windstar has an open bridge policy, which means if they're not maneuvering, they're not going through locks, coming in and out of ports, doing something particularly complicated, they are happy for you to visit most of the time. So you just knock on the door, say, "Do you mind if we pop in?" You can be nosy, you can ask them questions. We went in, had a nice chat. Now we're meant to be pulling into port at 8 o'clock, or docking, I suppose. If you're enjoying this video, then please hit the like button, give us a subscribe, and don't forget to ding the bell so you're notified of our future videos. If you follow these stairs down, this is, I wouldn't say it's the biggest secret of the ship, but for the first day it is. Here is a little mini sun deck with a second hot tub. Apparently on the last sailing it got damaged, or some waves hit it funny, so it's not working on ours, unfortunately, but this is still a brilliant place to come out if you want to sunbathe with not too many other people around, no pumping music, a nice place to chill. You really can get right up to the front of the ship, which you really can't do on most cruise ships. The sun is coming out and it is getting warm. Down the steps again, and we kind of come into the main lobby, I'd say. Here you're going to find the reception. This is the Future Cruises desk. And that is the shore excursions. At the back here is the lounge. It's currently set up, I think, for an immigration check, as we've just arrived into Panama. But it doesn't look that different. So that's the stage. You're going to get some music, talk. What I really love about this spot is that every single seat is comfortable. So no one is fighting for the best spot. You do have some drinks tables, and then along the back of these sofas are drinks shelves, which is really handy. And during most of the entertainment in here, they will come and ask you if you would like a drink. So far in here, we've listened to a naturalist talk. It's where all the port talks have taken place. This is actually where we got checked in at the beginning of the cruise. And some music. And the captain's reception. Basically, it's a really handy multifunctional space. The only thing I would say is that they love aircon in here. My goodness, it was so cold. I'm aware we are in the minority. Most Americans love it cold. We do also have the screening room here next to the lounge on the left side as you're heading in. They haven't put anything on in here for this cruise in terms of films or anything. This is where we went to pick up our snorkel gear, and it's also where we played Mario Kart with one of the guys from the band earlier in the cruise, which was really fun. The other thing that's listed in that direction is the water sports platform. On our last cruise, we were in the Atlantic. So obviously quite deep, not that warm. Wasn't the ideal place to drop anchor and go and play on the sea. So this time, I think we have it today. I'll record it later and whack it in. The last thing I need to show you is the Amphora restaurant. The Amphora is the a la carte restaurant that's open every evening for dinner. You don't have a set dining table and you don't have a set dining time, so you just turn up and pick what you want from the menu. It's very, very nice. We have a different menu every day. We've got some starters, soups and salads, mains, the same three here, steak, chicken and fish, and same sides every day. So even if nothing tickles your fancy, there's something for you. And desserts. And something that you might want to know about, it does say like we're quite a casual cruise line on the website, but for the gents, you're gonna want to know. There it is. Collared shirts, and they don't really love shorts either, but it doesn't really say it on here.
Save your hats, shorts,
Oh, there you go.
tank tops and t-shirts.
And Mr. Flasky loves a t-shirt, so we were slightly stressed about that.